All right, bet. All right, so you cannot minimize Zoom when you're recording this meeting. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to be discussing charge-offs. And where is the chargeback folder? For those of you who have charge-offs, tonight's going to be an opportunity where you really get to build a letter with me. So I'm going to read the letter that my friend sent out, the first letter, and then now we're going to go into building the rebuttal because they came back and they said that it's verified words. So we're going to build a whole letter tonight. All right, so I believe I need to share screen with Zoom so Zoom gets the recording of what I'm doing. All right, share screen. All right. So blank document there. And then I also need to pull up the round one letter. All right, so if y'all got your pen and your papers, let me see y'all drop some gems in the chat. No, let me see y'all drop some pen. I've been talking about gems all the time. Let me see y'all screen sharing and stop. Shared screen window close. I did not close the window. So why did you stop sharing screen? Okay, let me see y'all drop some pens in the chat if y'all are ready to build your first letter by yourself. Like, let me see, not some gems, I wanna see some pens. Yeah, there we go. Let me see y'all drop some pens in the chat. All right. Set my mic real good. All right. So the first letter my boy sent out was this, right? To whom it may concern. This letter is a formal complaint that you are reporting inaccurate and incomplete credit information. 15 USC 1681 EB, compliance and procedures, accuracy of report. Whenever a consumer reporting agency prepares a consumer report, it shall follow reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy of the information concerning the individual about whom the report relates. Otherwise, anyone paying for your reporting services could fax, mail, or email in a fraudulent account. I demand to see verifiable proof, i.e. an original consumer contract with my signature on it, that you have on your file for the account listed below, or a certification from the creditor that certified the accuracy and completeness of the information. Your failure to positively verify these accounts has hurt my ability to obtain credit. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, unverifiable accounts must be deleted. And if you are unable to provide me a copy of verifiable proof, you must delete the account listed below. So this now below is where you would list whatever the account is. In addition, delete all non-account holding inquiries over 30 days old. Also, please add promotional suppression to my credit file. This should be consumer file. Under federal law, you have 30 days to complete your reinvestigation or investigation, which one it is. Be advised that the description of procedure used to determine the accuracy and completeness of the information is hereby requested as well, to be provided within 15 days of the completion of your reinvestigation or investigation. All right, so that's one part, right? So let's talk about the rebuttal now. So I am going to start this off. All right, let me open a new document, blank. All right. So this letter now, this one is going directly to the furnisher of the information. So let's say if it's Capital One, Navy Federal, Bank of America, this letter that we're going to build now is going to go straight to them. The first letter was going to the consumer reporting agencies, but now we're going to go directly to, yeah, that's round one. The letter that I just read, that's round one. So now we're going to go to round two. Round two now is going to be directed specifically towards the furnisher. So we're going to build this directed to whoever the furnisher is. So if it's Capital One, Wells Fargo, USAA, Bank of America, whoever, that's who we're going to go with. So we're going to start off. So let's direct this to the CFO, right? CFO, Chief Financial Officer, XYZ company, 123 Main Street, 123 Main Street, New York, New York. All right. So now we're going to say in caps, notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. So what that means is if the registered agent gets it, doesn't matter who gets it. Once you send this letter, certified mail, green return receipt, it doesn't matter who gets it. Whoever gets it, it means that everybody in the company is notified, all right? So you're saying notice to agent is notice to principal, notice to principal is notice to agent. So now we're gonna get into it. You, XYZ company, are reporting inaccurate and incorrect RECT information to the, and I'm not going to say reporting because you know what? I want to use Congress's words. So I'm going to use the word furnishing. You are furnishing, FURNISHING. You are furnishing inaccurate and incorrect information to the consumer reporting agencies, AGENCIES. So you, XYZ company, are furnishing inaccurate and incorrect information to the consumer reporting agency. The reporting of such inaccurate information has caused severe severe damage to my character, CHAACTER, my reputation, my character, my reputation, my general, GENERAL, my general mode of living, and my ability, my ability If y'all are typing questions on the screen, I'm not going to be looking on the screen for a while. So I'd suggest just hold the questions until I'm finished. To my character, my reputation, my general mode of living, and my ability to obtain credit for personal and household uses. All right. So the reporting of such inaccurate information has caused severe damage to my character, my reputation, my general mode of living, my ability to obtain credit for personal and household purposes. You and your inaccurate reporting have damaged my livelihood. So the reason why I'm using such pronounced words is I'm letting you know that the way you're reporting information is affecting my whole life, right? So now let's go to the laws. So basically the first part is just letting them know what they're doing wrong. So now we're going to say 15 USC 1681 S2. So now this is where I'm going to pull that up. So this thing's moving really, really slow. All right, 15 USC 1681 S2. So now this is where you're going to Google 15 USC 1681 S2, and you are going to copy the title and just paste it. Because if you got words open right now, you can just copy and paste it, and then you can just you can adjust the fonts when you're finished. So boom, paste. So now just adjust the fonts to whatever size you want to adjust it to. All right, so I'm going to put it at 12. Yeah, 12. So you put the title, right? So my livelihood, 15 USC 1681 S2, right? And basically now what I'm saying is this. Responsibilities of furnishers of information to consumer reporting agencies. So now I am going to point out the fact that under the law, they have a responsibility as furnishers of information to consumer reporting agencies, and I'm going to give them now point blank what the law says regarding that. So I'm going to copy now all of this. So copy this. And now I'm going to paste it. I know it sounds like I'm walking like baby steps, but when you're writing these letters, you really have to talk. It's basically a conversation that you're having, and you want a person to receive the correspondence the way you intend for it to be received. So now that I've pasted the law here, I'm going to go on now to explaining it, right? So they can see point blank period that I am not making anything up. All right, so basically what this portion of the law is saying is that, okay, one should be here. All right, so duty of furnishers of information to provide accurate information, prohibition. So now you can do a couple of things. You can start breaking certain words down. So this is where I'm going to type in duty, D-U-T-Y, right? And I'm going to find what the word duty means. So this is where I am going to be very, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? Meticulous, that's it. Yeah, I have a charge-off letter that can help him. That's my guy. Yeah, I have charge-off letters. I have a lot of them. But what I'm doing is I'm building it. So I want people to see how I build the letters. When I'm building my letters, this is what I go through, because I told people that, you know, I build my own letters and they be looking at me crazy like, Doreen, do you really build? Yeah, I literally build my own letters. So this is the process I go through. I go through a conversation. Like the letters are conversations, right? So this is what I want y'all to learn how to do as well. So now I'm going to look up the word duty, D-U-T-Y. What does the word duty mean? A moral or legal obligation, a responsibility. So I am going to copy this, right? A task, action that someone is required to take. All right, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to bring my letter back up because I'm defining certain words, because I don't want there to be no misconstrue of what I'm saying. So boom, duty, a moral or legal obligation or responsibility, because Congress says duty of furnishers of information to provide accurate information. So now I'm going to do accurate, A-C-C-U-R-A-T. So now I'm going to do accurate. What does accurate mean? So I'm breaking these two words down because I want them to get the full comprehension of what I'm saying. I'm not begging them for nothing. I'm breaking down the law. So accurate. Information measurements correct in all details, exact, right? So correct in all details, exact. Boom. I'm going to take this, we're going to add it to our letter. All right. The next word is prohibition. So make sure you guys are looking up these words as well. Control C. It's important that y'all comprehend also the meaning of these words. So now let me go back here. Where is it? All right, prohibition, right? The act of prohibiting by authority, an order to restrain or stop. 3, often capitalize the forbidden by law of the so there's different meanings here, but the one that I want, the legal prohibiting of the manufacturer sale, nope, not that. All right. The action of forbidding something, especially by law. Okay, we can work with that. A law or regulation forbidding something. Ooh, I like that one. The prevention by law. All right, so I'm going to take the second one. A law or regulation forbidding something. I like the second definition. The action of forbidding something, especially by law. Nah, I like the second one. So I'm gonna go with the second one. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put it on my letter. So right there and then I broke down 3 words, right? Duty, accurate, prohibition. Why did I break those words down? So why did I break those words down? Because I want the intention and the message of what I'm sending that is clear. So for my partners that request to join, as soon as I finish the letter, I am going to bring you all on so we can discuss it. All right. So what does the law say? Duty of furnishers of information to provide accurate information, right? So boom, we brought down accurate. Congress also said prohibition. We looked that word up, a law or regulation forbidding something. So now we are going to go now into explaining what our intention is. A person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agencies if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. So right here, I am going to highlight this part. I want this part to stand out more than the others to tell them know exactly what they're doing wrong. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing, bro. So I'm going to highlight this part. I hope y'all could see it. Let me turn the camera around. So this part, right? A person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. Why did I highlight that part? Well, it's great that you asked. The reason I highlight this part is this is the part where they now know what I'm saying. So the first thing I started off with was you XYZ company are furnishing, or you could say XYZ company, you can take the U off of it. You can say XYZ company, you are furnishing inaccurate and incorrect information to the consumer reporting agencies. That's the first thing. So what did you just do? Right there, you just did this. A person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows, you just told them, or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. So right there in the first line of the letter, you literally told them that the information is incorrect. And now you're bringing them now to 15 USC 1681 S2 to hold them to strict liability of this part of the law, because as furnishers of information, there's a requirement on the law, which is what 15 USC 1681 S2 speaks about, that responsibility. So right then and there, boom, right? So next, we define the words duty, accurate, prohibition. These, I should put these in bold, yep. And I'm going to highlight these as well. So yeah, let's put these words in bold. And prohibition, because you want these to stand out. That's the whole point of these. You want these words to stand out. So now we're going to go into now making our case. So what we're going to do now is this, right? So we spoke about it being inaccurate. All right, bet. Let's show them now why it's inaccurate. So now, IRS publication that speaks about charge off. IRS publication. So I'm going to pull up the IRS publication. And this now is where we're going to show them that the information that you're reporting is inaccurate. So coordination with Form 1099-C. You cancel a debt of 600 or more in connection with a foreclosure, not that. Let's go to the section about 1099-C. Oh, so for those of you, let me give you this quick tip right here. A 1099-C must be filed regardless of whether the debtor is required to report the debt as income. So let me break that down again. Form 1099-C must be filed regardless of whether the debtor is required. So the debtor is the consumer to report the debt as income, right? So if they have the charge off on your consumer reports, if it's reporting as a charge off, this is saying that they must file it. So it can be a situation where it's there and they're saying that, oh, the debt is not, the account is still open, then it's not a charge off. Because if it's still open, you cannot file a charge off on an open account. It's a closed account. It's a canceled debt. That's what it is. So file Form 1099-C, cancellation of debt for each debtor for whom you canceled a debt owed to you of $600 or more, right? So this is telling you that the organization, whoever it is, they must file this 1099-C. And then they have up here specific instructions now for Form 1099-C. The creditor's phone number, we don't want that. Do not file a 10. So for my people that have identity theft, let's say someone stole your identity and they open a line of credit of, let's say, $10,000, right? If that $10,000 goes into late payments, and then it goes into a charge-off status collection, the IRS is saying that they cannot file a 1099-C when fraudulent debt is canceled due to identity theft. So if the account resulted from identity theft, it cannot be a charge-off on your consumer report. I am not making this stuff up. It's in the IRS publication that I'm looking at right now. So for those of you who are there, let me show you. Do not file 1099-C when fraudulent debt is canceled due to identity theft. So if it's a canceled debt due to identity theft, they are prohibited. They can't file a 1099-C. For if it's less than $600, the IRS publication doesn't really speak on balances below 600. So for some reason, I would treat it the same way. There's nothing in here about debt that's below 600. It just speaks on debt above 600. So in retrospect, I would go about it the same way, regardless of the amount. It's either it's going to work or it's going to work, right? Will you share this letter in the mentorship group? Nope, I might not share it with the mentorship group because I want my mentees to get in the habit of making their letters. This is why I posted it, so y'all can be on here making this letter. So I might give, I don't know yet. Let's see how I feel when I'm finished, because I want y'all to get in the habit of doing this. This is why the charge off deletion guide is there. All right, let's go to, you cancel a debt. All right, let's talk about any organization whose significant trade or business, no, not that. Form 1099-C must be filed. No, we covered that already. Do not combine multiple canceled debt. We don't want that. Who must file it? File a form if you're on the following. Don't need that. All right, so this is what it's saying. Who must file? Earlier must issue a Form 1099-C if the creditor's part of the canceled debt is $600 or more. So I'm not sure why the $600 or more is the magic number, but that's the number it's speaking on. For debts lower than that, like I said, I would treat it the same way. A creditor will be deemed to have met its filing requirements if a lead bank fund, the designee may file a single form reporting the aggregate. Nope, don't need that. So all of this is in the charge-off deletion guide, except the letter that we're building now. Debt defined. A debt is any amount you owed, including stated principal. So, all right, so let's start from here. Let's say what the IRS defined debt as. A debt is any amount, that's strange. What's going on here? Testing. All right, not sure what happened. My mic died. So I hope everything is back to normal. Testing. All right, seems to be working. All right, what's going on? All right, let me switch around my audio. I'm not sure. Microphone. All right, figure this part out later. Not sure what's going on with this. So let's switch around the audio here for Zoom. Testing. All right, good. So we're back. So I'm not sure what's going on with my thingy over there. I'm not going to try to figure it out right now. So what I'm looking for now in the publication is where the IRS says a charge-off is income. So this is why it takes time when you're building letters, because you have to be very specific about what you're looking for. So I'm not seeing it on this one. So let me go pull up the other one. So for my mentees on here, in your charge-off deletion guide, you have the IRS publications in there, and then you have 4 letters in there. This one that I'm building right now, this one is not in there because we're building it live. So what I want to get at is the definition of what the IRS says a charge-off is. Issue on personal level for debt. When issued in a receiver form, you must report a canceled debt. Okay, good. So this is what the IRS is saying, and this is why I say a charge-off is not debt, it is actually income. And the reporting of a charge-off is actually an inaccurate account. So when we go to the IRS publication, this is what the IRS says. And I'm going to show y'all so y'all don't think I'm here making stuff up. So let me bring this up a little bit. Okay, even if you didn't receive a Form 1099-C, you must report canceled debt as gross income. As what? Gross income. See? Even if you didn't receive a Form 1099-C, you must report canceled debt as gross income on your tax return, unless one of the exceptions or exclusion described later applies. So if the IRS is telling you that the cancellation of a debt, if they put a charge off on your consumer reports, right? If a charge off is on there, it is not debt anymore, right? So whether you get the 1099-C or not, you need to go file that with your taxes, and it changes the status from debt to ordinary or gross income. That's what the IRS says. I just showed it to y'all, right? So income doesn't get reported on your consumer report. It's not a website. Just go on the irs.gov and just download IRS publication 2021. You can do Form 1099-C PDF, and it will give you 1099-A, 1099-B, 1099-C. It will give you the PDF document. So when I tell people, and when I say it all the time, they look at me like I'm crazy. Charge off, the reporting of a charge off is inaccurate for the simple fact that the IRS says a charge off is gross income. That's it. It's gross income. Income does not get reported on the consumer report. So now we're going to go back over to our letter. And where is it? Where are you? Let's see. Copy this. Exclusion. If a canceled debt is excluded from your income, it is non-taxable. Okay, know that part. There's one more definition that I'm looking for. Come on, where are you? All right, I want y'all to look at this. A lender must file 1099-C and send you a copy if the amount of debt canceled is $600 or more, and the lender is a financial institution, credit union, federal government agency, or other applicable entity as discussed early in Chapter 1. I'm not here making nothing up. This is what I keep telling y'all. It's in their laws. It's all in their laws. They must send you the 1099-C. So, all right, we're going to use that along with the first part about the income. So now let's put it here. Boom. So we're going to cite our sources, of course. Where did I get that from? So this is the IRS publication. All right, so here now I'm going to have as defined by the IRS Even if you didn't receive a Form 1099-C, you must report canceled debt as gross income, right? Boom, as gross income on your tax return unless one of as gross on your tax return. Let's put a full stop there. So the IRS clearly, CLEARLY, defines a charge-off, CHARGE, off as gross or ordinary income, right? Comma, income, all in caps, income does not get reported on the consumer report. The IRS clearly defines a charge-off as gross or ordinary income. Income does not get reported on the consumer report. So I'm highlighting this part again. So when I'm finished now, we're going to go over everything on the letter, and you're going to see now the sequence of my thoughts and how everything just tied together. Income does not get reported on the consumer report. By definition, why is it giving me, caps and stuff? Okay, so why is this? What the hell is going on? Why is this thing just giving me all caps? I don't want all caps. Okay. So by definition, the IRS clearly, CLEARLY, says a canceled debt, CANCELED, or charge off, CHARGE, is income. The reporting of this account as a debt is inaccurate. All right, so by definition, the IRS clearly says a canceled or charge off, should have charge off here, charge off is income. The reporting of this account as a debt is inaccurate. Right? So now we're going to bring them into jurisdiction. 15 USC 1681 S2 says you XYZ company are a furnisher, if you are NISH, furnisher of information information. You are a furnisher of information to a consumer reporting agency, to a consumer reporting agency. You are prohibited by law to, what does it say? You are prohibited by law to cease and desist, D-E-S-I-S-T, cease and desist the reporting of incorrect / inaccurate information. All right. So are y'all getting what I'm putting down? Like, are y'all, if y'all are really, I know this was long, it's like a whole tutorial, but if y'all are getting some value from what I'm putting together right now, let me see y'all drop some fire in the chat. Let me see some fire in the chat. Let me see some fire in the chat. If this is of any value at all, let me see some fire in the chat. Good, good, good. All right, cool. Y'all are still here with me. Y'all are paying attention. Good. So now I'm going to repeat what the what Congress says. 15 USC 1681 S2, right? A1A. So A1, and this is where your language becomes very intentional. So when I see people just not paying attention to what they're writing, it's the things that you're writing while you're not getting no results. Everything that is in this letter, every single thing in this letter is coming directly from the law and the IRS publication. There's nothing here that is made up at all. Everything is coming from the law and the publication. So you are prohibited by law to cease and desist. You are prohibited by law. You're prohibited by law to furnish, F-U-R-N-I-S-H, to furnish inaccurate information, right? Period. Please, not please, we're not asking nobody, please. I demand you to cease and desist the reporting of incorrect, inaccurate information immediately. I-M-E-D-T-L-Y. Boom. 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2 A1A, a person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. You are hereby put on notice that you are furnishing incorrect, inaccurate, inaccurate information, right? So B, reporting information after notice of confirmation of errors. So now, what am I telling them? So now you put them on notice. You show them where the information is inaccurate. You show them where it is incomplete. You show them it. You made your case. So you're going now off of the IRS, right? Even if you don't receive a 1099, you must report canceled debts as gross income on your tax return. The IRS clearly defines a charge-off as gross or ordinary income. Income does not get reported on the consumer report, which in fact makes your reporting of this account inaccurate. Boom, right? F-A-C-T. Inaccurate. Boom. In fact, makes your reporting of this account inaccurate. All right, so now we're going to go down to the second part, B, reporting information after notice and confirmation of errors. So you can do one of two things here. You could leave B to make your round 3, or you could nip it in the bud right now. You could nip this in the bud right now and speak on them reporting information after notice and confirmation of errors. Because right now you're going to say, I put you on notice that the information is inaccurate. So if you continue reporting this information right now, you are now willfully non-compliant. And this is where now you're going to take them over into the civil liability section of the Fair Credit Reporting Act for willful non-compliance. So B says reporting information after notice and confirmation of errors. A person shall not. So let me remove B from here and put B over here. Control X, boom. So now I'm going to put B over here if they decide to do some funny shit, right? So now we're going to do 15 USC 1681 S2 B. Control C. So let's get this part, prohibition. Let's get that part there in as well. All right. A person shall not furnish information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if, boom, 1, the person has been notified, which you did notify them, right? So the letter right now, what we're making, you are notifying them. You are notifying them, right, by the consumer at the address and specified by the person for such notices that specific information is accurate and the information is in fact inaccurate. So now you just prove that the information is in fact inaccurate, right? So under here, you're going to have in conclusions, I have shown you, that's HOWN, you, and you have been put on notice that you are reporting inaccurate information. In conclusion, I have shown you that you have been put on notice that you are reporting inaccurate information. The information is, comma, in fact, F-A-C-T, inaccurate. I could never spell this word to save my life. Accurate, okay. Isn't in fact inaccurate. The continued reporting of this information. You know what? I'm feeling generous tonight. I think I'm going to give my mentees this letter. I shouldn't be spoiling them, but I think I'm going to give them this letter so they can add it to their arsenal. More than likely, this letter will be on my website as well for sale. But yeah, I think I might just give my mentees. I'm feeling generous tonight, so I'm going to give my mentees this letter. And not only that, I have some consumer law secrets study flashcards that I'm going to be launching tomorrow. So the mentees, you are not getting that free. So nope, you are. I'm going to give you all this letter free, but the study flashcards that I'm going to launch tomorrow, those will be on the website for purchase. It's going to assist you with let's go inner circle. Let's go. I love when I see my inner circle people. Just joined the mentorship. How do I become a mentee? So if you go to the link in my bio right now, if you go to the link in my bio, you will see DoForSelf Mentorship 2022. When you click on it, it will bring you where you're able to sign up for the mentorship. But yeah, the study flashcards are coming out. And I'm going to give my mentees this letter. So I'll probably drop it in there in the Facebook group tonight or tomorrow. But we're about just wrapping up this letter. Then I'm going to bring a few people on and we're going to discuss it. Let me finish up this first. I just wanted y'all to know that. So I hope y'all are getting some value. If y'all have been taking notes, let me see some pens in the chat. If y'all, there's 81 of us on here. If y'all have been taking notes and writing your letter, this letter right here, this is a powerful letter. Let me see y'all have some letters in the chat, right? Not letters. Let me see y'all have some pen and paper. And do you need someone to type for you? No, I've been typing it on my computer. So no, see, I'm good. I've been typing it up. I'm not the fastest typer in the world, but just know that when I type stuff, it is powerful stuff. So yeah, yep, I see the pens coming in. Y'all been taking notes. Let's go. I don't see enough pens. There's 74 of us now. I don't see enough pens. Let me see the pens. Good, 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 good. I really hope y'all been taking notes. All right, so let's finish up this letter and then we can go into some Q&A. The continued reporting of this information, of this inaccurate information, let's put some respect on the words here, of this inaccurate information is a clear violation of the law 15 USC 1681 S2 of your responsibilities, TIES, of your responsibilities as a furnisher, damn, spelled that wrong, Nope, not furniture. Furniture. Furnish. Okay. As a furnisher of information. You have caused, C-A-U-S, me and my family, C-V-E, severe harm. You have caused me and my family severe harm due to your negligence, and inaccurate, A-C-C-U-R-A-T-E, reporting. This is a final opportunity, O-P-P-R-T-I-N-I-T-Y. Damn it. This is a final opportunity to cure. Final opportunity to cure and delete. This is a final opportunity to cure and delete this erroneous, E-R-R-O-N-I-O-U-S. Spelled that wrong too. God damn it. I am not the greatest speller in the world, all right? Opportunity to cure and delete this erroneous, inaccurate account from my consumer report. All right, so this is how we're going to end it. So now what you're doing now is setting them up for part 3. What do I do if a debt is verified but I don't want to pay? I can't tell you whether or not you should pay or don't pay a debt. I can't tell that. That obligation or alleged obligation is up to you. Let's not take this for granted. I need that letter king for the car removal. Hit me up, CEO First Lady. Hit me up. All right, so now that we're wrapping it up, let me see if my guys, if they're still here. Let's see if Reese is still here. So what we just did now, so we put them on notice. Remember, there's 3 parts to it, before you go into the lawsuit, if you're going to sue them. The first part is putting them on notice, right? Most definitely, Cash, most definitely. Now it's time for you to learn this stuff and help your brothers that's coming out of the joint too. Like, you lost your mic. Wait, y'all can hear me, right? If y'all can hear me, let me see some fire in the chat right now. I hope y'all can still hear me. Okay, good, good, good. You're good now. Okay, good. All right, bet. So, where was I right now? Okay, so the first thing is, what about debts that are paid but still reported? You can get those accounts deleted as well. It doesn't matter if an account is reporting or not. You're able to get the accounts deleted if you want to. It's really up to you. And that's why I teach consumer laws, because as you can see, you can really use the laws to get anything deleted. So the first thing we did, right, we put them on notice. So we put them on notice that the information that their report is inaccurate. That's the first thing we did. The second thing, now we gave them an opportunity to cure. Are you uploading it to the Google Drive? No, I'm going to drop it in the Facebook group. I will post it in the Facebook group. The second thing is you giving them an opportunity to cure. So we show them where the information is inaccurate. We show them the law that they are held responsible to furnish only accurate information, and they are prohibited to report inaccurate information, right? So now put them on notice. Opportunity to cure, and then we also show them what the law says if they continue to report information after they know. So this letter now, everything's in there. You're gonna get this letter notarized, and then you're gonna keep a copy. We need to link. I got some sauce for you, brother. RPX for life. Let's go, bro. Let's go. So now what you just did is you're setting them up. The letter that comes after this, if they don't delete the information with this letter, your next step becomes the lawsuit, right? So if y'all will see the pin comment right there. Did you get the inaccurate information from the credit reporting agencies or from the documentation of that account? All right, I'm gonna go over that in a minute. Let me finish my chain of thought before it goes away. So now you put them on notice, right? You give them an opportunity to cure. That's number 2. Number 3, now you're letting them know that under 15 USC 1681 S2 B A1B, reporting information after actual notice, reporting information after notice and confirmation of errors. The confirmation of errors is you pointing out what the IRS is saying. The IRS, it's not your job to show them. So you're letting them know that the IRS defines a charge-off as gross income. Income doesn't get reported. The IRS says you need to file it with your 1099-C. Right? So we could even take this a step further, because there was a part, where is it? A lender must file Form 1099-C and send you a copy. So guess what? I'm going to add this to it. So if they want to get all spicy, all right, I'm going to get spicy with you too. So I'm going to add this. I'm going to even spice the letter up some more. You are hereby put a notice that you are furnishing incorrect, inaccurate. All right, boom. So right now, I'm going to even make it a little bit more spicier, right? So the lender must file 1099 Form 1099-C. Form 1099-C is a cancellation of debt. Would you recommend calling and talking? I would not call them. Don't call these people. You want everything in writing. When you go for your lawsuit for damages, do not dispute online. Do not call them. Send out the letter. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So, where am I? The lender must file Form 1099-C and send you a copy if the amount of debt canceled is $600 or more, and the lender is a financial institution, credit union, federal government agency, or other applicable entity as discussed in Chapter 1. So now I'm going to say the above, the above paragraph is taken directly, TLY, from the IRS 2021 publication. And all caps, no, send me my form 1099C. Send me my form 1099C that you should have sent to me when you filed this account as a canceled debt. Send me my form 1099C that you should have sent when you filed the account as a canceled debt. Send me my 1099C. My address, address, is listed below, below. All right. So now we're finishing up, right? You have 10 calendar, calender, calendar. You have 10 calendar days to cure your inaccurate. You have 10 calendar days to cure. No, you have 10 calendar days to delete this account from my consumer reports. So you have 10 calendar. So we're ending it off like this. Can you send the 1099C as a car is repossessed? They have to file it first. So the 1099C gets generated when they file it. So whenever they, I'm not sure when the companies do it, but whenever they file their canceled debt, when they file it, you are supposed to get your 1099C if the debt is $600 or more. Like right away when they sign it, they're supposed to send it to you. It doesn't matter if it's private student loan. There's a whole bunch of definitions. And this is why I keep telling you, it's important that y'all join the mentorship. It's very important because when you go into the charge off deletion guide in the IRS publication, it's going to give you a list of the institutions. So you have 10 calendar days to delete this account from my consumer report. Boom. So now you're going to put your first name, last name, your first name, last name, and also a copy, COPY, of your driver's license, GRIVER, driver's license, LICENSE, your driver's license, and a copy of a utility bill to show proof of address. copy of utility bill or bank statement to show proof of address. All right. So up here, you're going to have all right. We're almost finished. And then we're going to go into discussion. So your first name, last name, address, 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 state, and then date, T-I-T. I bet. All right, so let's go into some Q&As. How much is your mentorship? Sorry if that question was asked. I'm late to the party. You can't equate price with value. Just go into the link in my bio. Go to the link in my bio and you will see my mentorship. It's the first link that's there. And you're able to join the mentorship. Is the mentorship in payments are paid in full? Right now it's paid in full. I'm working on the payment plan. We haven't been approved for it yet, so I still have to wait. So I want to join, but I don't have the chunk of cash yet, but I got every month. Can I do 2 or 3 payments? I wish I could. We're working on those right now, and I really don't have the capability to do that because it's digital products. The letter will be updated in the Facebook group. Absolutely. I'm feeling generous tonight. So I don't want to break y'all bad though. So let me get that clear, mentees. I'm not going to break y'all bad because I need y'all making your own letters. It's important. It's important that you learn how to make your own letters. So I hope y'all was taking notes with me tonight. What if they never send you still filed on time? Yeah, the IRS says you don't have to get the 1099-C because if you know the amount, you can still file it on your taxes. So there is no punishment if they don't send you the 1099-C. According to the IRS publication, there is no penalty. So they can send it to you or they don't, but either way you can still file it on your taxes. And remember, you file income on your taxes, not debt. So the fact that you file it on your taxes makes it income and not debt. Hence, the reporting of a charge-off is inaccurate because income does not get reported on the consumer report. Save this live. I will save it, but I don't think I'm going to post it. I'm going to save it. But I probably will not post it. What's your Facebook? If you type in Darain, like you see the pinned comment at the bottom, if you type in Darain De Levante in Facebook, you'll find me. Major heat. Let's go. We only bring the heat. All right. All right. So for my people on YouTube, I am going to end this right here. And I'm going to continue on Instagram. So for everybody on YouTube, I hope this was helpful. I hope this changed a lot of lives. You know where to find me, DarainDeLevante.com. If you type into your search bar, DARAINE, DELEVANTE, you're able to go to my website. You join the mentorship. There's ebooks, there's products, everything that you can think of is there. All right. So if you want to find me, just Google me, Darain De Levante. Google my website, DoreenDelavante.com. Join the mentorship. This is just one letter of many things that we go through and we break down in the mentorship. But I know charge off is being a pain in the you know what for a lot of people. So this is an opportunity for y'all to get some free game to go and make your lives better. All right. So see y'all on the next video. Okay. All right. Cut this off.